Hey guys, it's Artsy, and I am jumping right into a 10-minute video with no idea what to say, but this is going to be my full digital drawing tutorial, or process, I guess you could say. So, I always start off by, or I'd like to imagine I always start off by sketching some thumbnails. Usually I just jump in, but for the purposes of this video, every day that I draw, I sketch a thumbnail. But I came up with three ideas and I picked the one that I liked the most. Oh, by the way, I am watching videos in the background, so don't let that distract you. I had to blur part of the screen because my face was totally reflecting in it. Sorry about that, but I don't think I covered up any of the actual drawing, which is good. After I come up with some thumbnail ideas and choose the one that I like, I expand it and turn it into a sketch, which is a more detailed version because the original one is pretty blurry and definitely not something that I could line work off of. By the way, I'm doing this video because so many of you guys requested that, totally not because I want to or anything. Kinda random, but as I'm recording this voiceover, I'm actually playing games, so sorry if I'm kind of not sounding like I pay much attention, because I'm not paying much attention right now. So the idea for this piece was kind of like a fall scenery because I don't know, I was watching some videos about fall and it was really getting me into that mood. And I can't wait for next year's school to start again because I'm going off to high school. And that's really crazy for me, honestly, because it's been a couple years since I've gone to a new school. So when I draw, I like to have a person, but not always a person in it. And I think it's okay to copy and paste things generally, unless you're like copying things from other people's art, but copying and pasting certain things of your art into other parts, which is what I did for the background and the trees, because there were a lot of trees and I was not about to draw that many trees. You always want to have a centerpiece of your work, and for this one, it's the bridge, I believe, and the water under it. But that doesn't make it any more important or anything because you still want to pay attention to all the other parts and spend as equally time on those because they're equally as important. And if you don't, it really shows through. My grammar is horrible, I'm so sorry. So right now I'm doing my line work, and I kind of like to break up the sections so it's not one long line for everything. I just think that it adds some level of detail to it all, and I really like that. It makes it look a little bit messier, so if that's not your vibe, then obviously don't do this, but I'd recommend it if you like a messier art style. The police are coming, there are sirens. I think the longest part of the art process is definitely the coloring, not the base colors, but like the rendering and stuff at the end. But my favorite part might be the sketch because it's just when you let all your ideas flow. And if you don't like something, it's super easily erasable. The line art is not my favorite part on any level. It's kind of boring, but it needs to get done. And I think it really brings the piece together. Recently, I've been trying to work on drawing water ever since last video when I struggled with that a lot. So I think that this one turned out pretty well, but tell me if I'm wrong and tell me how I can improve in the comments. Also, I'm currently at like 291 subscribers ish. Let's check. 295. Jeez. Okay, well, I'm gonna do a 300 special, obviously, because 300 is a pretty big number, especially for me who started only like, what, 2.5 years ago? I'm gonna do special, so give me ideas in the comments for what you guys wanna see. I'll make a short about it too. I think that this is a video I'm pretty proud of compared to some of my other ones, which I rush a lot, but this I took my time with and I decided, you know what, I don't need to get out a video in a certain amount of time because I want the video to be of good quality for you guys. I obviously want to post more shorts on my channel, but I've been focusing on other things, especially my other channel, which I'm not going to link below because I don't really want my friends seeing it, but you know. After I finish the line art, I usually go over with a solid color that I want to be the main color, and then I kind of alter that shade into different hues, shades, that kind of stuff, and I go in with those other ones in general blocks and erase around the edges, which is what I'm doing right now. My mom just called me for dinner, so I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So I just want to catch you guys up a little bit on what I've been up to lately, because I didn't really talk about it in my last video. So recently I have just been doing schoolwork and stuff. My school ends in about 2 months, and I give a speech tomorrow actually because all the 8th graders have to give a speech before they graduate, and I got sick when mine was supposed to be, so I'm doing it last now. I'm low-key kind of nervous because I feel like I'm gonna mess up, but I didn't mess up when I did my dad's wedding speech, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, be honest in the comments. Do you guys like my voiceovers or are they like really boring? Because I kind of just wing it and I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I just like to keep talking because honestly, when I'm doing things and watching YouTube, I just like to hear people talk in the background. But tell me how I can make them more interesting, or if they're good how they are, if you actually listen to the whole video and you don't just skip to the interesting parts. Anyways, as I was saying, things in my life, I go on this trip with my whole class in like a week, so I need to pack for that soon. But I'm choosing to do this instead because I just got really motivated. I was like, I'm gonna do YouTube because YouTube is fun to do, and I'm actually trying to like grow my channel a little bit right now. Oh, by the way, thanks for almost 300 subs. I'm only a little bit more than 5 minutes in, and I'm already not thinking of things to say anymore. I really should have planned this out or just not talked so fast because I'm like a really fast talker, as you can tell. I haven't been playing that many games lately, but I'm super into this one game I got on my phone called Block Blast. Just look it up. It doesn't seem like it'd be fun, but it is. Also, my dad beat Plants vs. Zombies, and the ending screen is so funny. You should totally beat it just for that. I'm not going to spoil it, but I wish I could. So, what's your take on this? Is really random, but what's your take on holidays? Holidays are fun, but also they're really not even religious anymore. Like, I feel like everyone just celebrates Christmas as a time of year these days, and really religious people, of course, make it religious, but the general Christian doesn't make Christmas like a religious affair. They just make it like presents and family. Obviously, if this is just me, like, let me know. But I've talked to a few kids in my class about this, and I think that they agree. I love spring. It's spring right now, or it's becoming spring. It's April 18th, I believe. And we have a field trip this Friday, but that's aside from the point. Spring is just the best season. I love the flowers on the trees, and even if it only lasts a few days, it's still so pretty to me. So once I lay down my base colors, I go in with other similar colors and I kind of do a soft shading first. I do what I did with the main colors and I just clear up around the edges. But I soft shade and then I go in with like more hard edges and I kind of just repeat that process until I really like the way it looks. I feel like I haven't talked that much about art in this voiceover, so here are some art tips, I guess. Don't force yourself to draw because it leads to burnout. Obviously, you should draw like whenever you feel motivated, or you should push yourself to like spend time to do the things you love if you know that you're going to get into it and then love it. But don't make yourself draw like set amount of hours a day because you're just going to get really tired of it and then it's going to become something that you don't want to do anymore instead of like a passion of yours. And for how to improve, I think that you just I know you've heard this a million times and you want to hear the hacks to improvement or something, but they don't exist. I'm sorry, you could watch as many videos of how to get good at art quick, but honestly, practice and like learn actual things. Don't just wing it. Ask people, ask artists how things look. Get advice, take criticism. I struggle with this, but you need to take what someone says about your artwork and actually apply it. And your excuse cannot be, oh, it's just my style if my neck is too long, or oh, it's just my style if it looks weird, because it's not just a style, it's just your error. I'm sorry if that sounds really harsh, but if you want to improve, you really need to take what people say and don't just because someone's being rude online or like one person that doesn't like you is being rude about something, like, don't take that criticism, obviously, because that's not really criticism, that's just people sucking. But if it's like people you care about and lots of them telling you the same things, and when you show them a piece, they consistently have this similar criticism, then you need to take that. And if somebody says they don't like your art style or they don't like this particular drawing, that's their opinion. They're entitled to their opinion and you can't get mad at them for not liking what you've made. I also do the same thing with highlighting. I go in with lighter colors and I add them in to different parts. Grass is something that I really struggle drawing, but I'm trying to work on it by just adding like not individual leaves, but individual bunches, and then it all kind of brings it together. Also, to anyone who doesn't know if they want to start a YouTube channel or not, or doesn't feel like they should put their art online because they might get bad criticism, I was kind of scared. I thought the same, but I was completely wrong. Everyone was so nice online. I only got nice comments, and it took a while to kickstart my channel. Trust me, it took forever. But basically, just do it, is what I'm saying. So I'm finishing off this piece by adding in some overall blocking colors, and then I'm gonna mess around with the effects and see what works and what doesn't. this isn't at all mandatory. Oh god, my posture's horrible, my back hurts. Whatever. You don't have to do this if you don't want, especially if it's traditional art, you really can't. But it's not cheating. It's a part of the program. If it was cheating, it wouldn't be a part of the program. Speaking of, tracing isn't cheating, and if you're doing it for your own self-improvement, it's totally fine. And on that note, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye!